Hello and welcome to another episode of Motors for the Masses, and we are still in the middle of this COVID-19 outbreak for which we can do nothing about, but we're going to try our best to bring you as much content as possible over the coming weeks and as much variety as possible. So please bear with us. We're doing whatever we can to get content out to you still. We are going to be doing a Q&A session before long, and I'm hoping to get Malcolm in on that one, but I'll find a way of trying to link him and do it that way online, but we'll see what we can put together. My technological skills on that side of things are not brilliant, so I'll need to rely on Malcolm to try and help set that up. Or Jamie, I want him involved as well. We have a three-way discussion stroke argument, probably. That's what they usually turn into. And yes, so today, what have we got? Well, we've got episode 1 of the Escort Rally build. Yes, this is going to be a rally replica. So I have new parts arrive. We've got lots of bits to show you that came with the car, and I'll talk about the plans that's going to be, and I'll show you a mock-up, Photoshop mock-up that I've done of what the car should roughly look like. So for now, let's roll the intro and get cracking. So then, let's start with the engine now. This has been sprayed orange just to protect it, but this is the Ford 2-litre Pinto engine from a Sierra. And this one's been bored out to 2.1, so it's the Ford 2.1 engine, and it's mated to a Type 9 gearbox. Now, for those of you that know, great. Those of you who don't, I shall tell you. The Type 9 gearbox was actually the first 5-speed manual gearbox that they used in Ford in the 1980s. Now, essentially, they took a 4-speed box and added overdrive, or a 5th gear, and it's the 5-speed box, as you can find in Cortinas, Sierras, and things like that. Now, what came with it as well was another spare 2-litre Pinto engine. Now, these are getting quite rare to find these days, but I've got 2 of them now, so I've got that one and the one in the car, and another half of one that was originally in the car but has since been blown up. So we won't be using that, but it's okay for spares. And there's the other half of it. Which, interestingly, brings me segueingly nicely onto the wheels and tyres. So at the moment, the car currently has Wolf Race 17-inch alloys on the front and 18-inch SSW, which I think are supposed to be TSW, wheels on the back. Very close to the wheel arches there. In fact, I do believe it's been catching on the tyre. However, the car also came with a set of 4 1980s Revolution wheels, as you can see here, the traditional 4-spoke Escort wheels. Now, 13-inch, currently got 205 60-13 tyres on. Possibly stick with 205s, may even go, if I can get them, to 225s, 225 50-13s perhaps. But I'm going to paint these white to match the colour of the car, which I will go into more detail in a minute, and put these on, I believe. So let's put these in place now and see what they look like, shall we? So there we go, 13-inch Revolution wheels. Now, obviously, they're not on the car, but you can get a rough idea of what they're like. The big difference, obviously, is the height. But that doesn't matter because these are currently sitting on the tyres, so they certainly needs to be lowered slightly. And of course, once the engine and all the rest of the gubbins are sorted out in there, that should be a little bit lower. But anyway, what do you think of those? Let me know in the comment section below. Do you prefer the Revolution wheels or the 17 and 18 combination? Or even just 17s or just 18s? What do you reckon? I personally like those 13s. You can see here, look, when you're down at this level, they actually look quite nice. I really do like them. 4 spokes in white. I think they'll look pretty cool. And on the back here as well, as you can see, I think they look a lot nicer than the 18s. I do like the 18s, but I just like that chunky, tired, retro look. Now, of course, taking into consideration that those 18-inch wheels have 235 tyres on, and I'm considering 225s on here, although they've got currently 205s. What to do. Now, another consideration is, of course, the offset of the wheels. Now, you can see the offset is very different on those alloys than it is on these. They're stuck right in there. And that means it's going to make the wheels and tyres stick out of the arches a lot further. However, I have bought something to counteract that, and I shall show you what that is now. It's currently in that box there. Any ideas? You're probably guessing already. Oh, that was nice. Right, yes, in here are some bubble wheel arches. Yes, some flared wheel arches to give it that rally look. Now, I could have gone for metal ones, but I thought, no, I want to go for fiberglass ones, and there's two reasons for that. Now let me put the box away and I'll explain the reason why. Box away. Well, I went for the fiberglass ones because they were cheaper and easier to get. That's the main reason, and at the moment, cheaper is good. So, sorry. And I know metal is better, and metal is better to weld in and give it that look, but I just can't justify that kind of payment at the moment. Now, these were 165 quid for the 4. Now, that is pretty cheap. I'm pretty pleased with that. And I'm pretty pleased with the quality. They're in this gel coat white, which is quite handy because obviously the car's going to be white. And another reason is that this is also fiberglass. So I can't really put a metal wheel arch into a fiberglass wing. Now, of course, I could source some metal wings, but there's no real point simply because it already came with the fiberglass ones and it just makes it lighter at the front end. So I'm quite happy with that. Car's rear-wheel drive, so it doesn't need to be heavy on the front. That's my excuse and I'm sticking with it, so go with it. Anyway, let's match them on and see where we sit, shall we? So a set of Escort wheel arches comes with two different styles. You've got these deep ones. Now these go on the back and we'll show you those in a second. So you get the deeper fill for the rear. And the front comes with a more shallow but a more bulbous looking front. So that will go on there like so. So as you can see, they don't stick out massively. Well, I say massively, I mean, you've still got a good 3-4 inches, 3-4 inch sticking out, but they will go onto that. And then of course we will match it in. Now the plan is to rivet them, follow the swage line, so that will go along there. Oh no, along there. Perhaps this is the other side. I think this might be the other side. Yeah, I think it is. Hang on. That's better. Yeah, much better. Okay, so that will sit on there like so. And that will look pretty damn awesome. Now that will be riveted in, and we'll rivet, 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 and then smooth it in with some body filler and make it go with the lines like so. But that is basically how that will sit on the front. Yeah? And I'll bring you around to the front to show you the front angle so you can see just how far the wheels will have to stick out. And then you'll see where the offset comes in. So there, like so. Put that in there. Like so. There. Yes? You like that? Because I love it. And then the rear will be thusly. Now the rear doesn't seem to stick out as far, but it still looks quite bulbous. It's going to need some trimming. I mean, that will obviously again be riveted round and filled and smoothed, but that's pretty much where that will go there. We'll have to trim the edges along here and make that not quite so deep, but yeah, so that's the plan for those anyway. So inside, of course, it's got these race bucket seats. I don't know if they'll be staying. They probably will, to be honest. They just need a damn good clean up. The floor inside is solid. It's had all new floors welded in by the previous owner, Jason. The windows are in, the glass is down there. You can't see it, but it's in there, trust me. There's all sorts of pulleys and coils, water pump by the looks of it in there. The headlights are in there, the front grille. You can see the glass the other side in the windows as well. It doesn't come with this rear glass here because he never had it. He did have glass, but as these were originally doors that have been welded up, because this obviously was a 4-door that's been converted into an elongated 2-door, the glass has gone. So I'm going to get some black perspex and put that in there, black perspex, and then put the rally names on the side. The other wing is in there, also fiberglass, and the radiator for a 2-litre Sierra is in there, like so. Now that brings me neatly onto this back end. Now you can see there the glass is already there, and the last time this vehicle was on the road was 2008. And it also has this boot. Now this boot is metal, yes, but it has this, how can we say, different spoiler on the back. All right, let's say what it is. It's bloody horrible. I'm sorry, Jason. It's awful. It's a Marmite spoiler, and I don't like Marmite, as you know from previous videos. So it would have been okay if this would have gone to the edge, but it hasn't. Now again, because it's going to be a rally car, it doesn't matter too much because it will just be a spoiler. So I might leave the spoiler as it is, and then just, obviously the car's going to be painted white, and just paint the spoiler bit black so it looks like a stick-on rubber spoiler. I don't know. I might source another boot lid and then just change it completely. I don't know. I might leave it. It's just this bit that bugs me, this corner. Why did you do that, Jason? Perhaps you can leave a comment in the comment section below as to why you thought that would be a good idea. Each to their own, I guess. Anyway, it'll grow on me, I think, and I might end up leaving it on there and, like I say, just painting it black so it just looks like a spoiler on the boot, because at the end of the day it's going to be a rally replica, so it doesn't have to be absolutely mint. Now, inside the boot is another box of bits. Come have a look at this. So we've got a door card in there, which I might use, don't know. And under the door card is a load of crap. Yeah, it's just rusty stuff. There is a headlight there. There is another headlight down here, and the headlight buckets are in there as well. But this is just brake discs that are rusty. There's another set of shoes in there, I believe, and of course the drums are in there, and some brake wires and calipers. They could obviously do with a caliper kit, at least, and a rebuild. The sump is in there for the engine that's under the bonnet, and a couple of hoses. The floor is solid because it's been done already. Thank you very much, Jason. Well done. Did something in 15 years. He knows I'm only joking. There's some other stuff in there as well. Just, unfortunately, not a lot that's salvageable without a lot of work. I will have to get new discs. I will have to get caliper rebuild kits at least. New shoes, possibly new drums, but they might clean up. We'll see. We'll come to that at a later date. But as you can see, everything is complete. Now I will say the lights that we saw inside the car are actually twin round Capri lights. What am I doing there? Odd. Anyway, over here you've got another several boxes of stuff. You've got those other spare wheels there. In there is all the rubbers and the wiring loom from a Sierra, I believe. We've got the boxes of lights here. Now Jason put those lights in instead of the Escort lights, and I actually quite like them. I think they're different, so they're probably going to go back in. I do like those, bit unusual. And again, for the purist out there, no, but I quite like them. So they're probably going to go back in. The alternator's in there, but that's probably going to need a rebuild. Oh, there's 2 alternators in there, that's good. Now, this bit, obviously to go on the engine, is the manifold and the twin Weber carb. Lovely jubbly. Yes, please. I'll have a bit of that. So that will go nicely on there. Again, once it's all been cleaned out and done and all sorts, and you can't beat a nice Weber carb. There's another manifold in there as well, and the starter motor, air filter, water container unit housing. What else have we got? Various bits, some shoes in there as well, nuts and bolts, another box of lights and interior bits in there, everything. There's also a couple of exhaust systems. Now, this is not an exhaust system off an Escort, and I will have to get an exhaust system for it. It's a big bore back box there, which might go on. Might as well use it because it's there. So, and a steering wheel, but I'll probably get a new steering wheel, a rally steering wheel, I should think. And of course, the front grille slam panel thingy bit. Now, before we end, I just want to say we are over 20,000 subscribers, and it is a massive thank you to everyone out there in internet land. And to celebrate, we are having another giveaway. So please stay tuned for the giveaway video coming up very soon. And as I mentioned before, I'm trying to put together a Q&A session. So I will post another quick video just for you to post questions. That's all. It's just be a quick video to say this is a Q&A questions video, and you just want you to put your questions at the bottom of that video, and we will answer those hopefully in the get together Q&A session. So there'll be myself, there'll be Malcolm, and there'll be Jamie. I don't know logistically how I can get that together, but I will do it as soon as I possibly can. So please put your questions below, and we'll see what we can answer. Sensible ones, of course, as you know. And of course we'll have our giveaway, so stay tuned for that one as well. So stay tuned for the outro. It's coming any second now, any minute. So there we go, there it is, the Escort. Now, I did say at the beginning that I would show you a rough picture of what it's going to look like. So here is a quick Photoshop of what I'm planning on doing with the car and what it should look like when it's finished. So there, what do you think? Please let me know in the comment section below. Now, there's going to be stuff on this that people don't like. There's going to be stuff that people do like. At the end of the day, I like it, and I'd like to show you the process of what we're going to do, whether it's rebuilding the engine, doing some brake overhauls, fitting the arches, various bits along the way. Now, I'm aware we've also got the Mustang to do, but I'm a bit stuck on that. However, I have been practicing my welding recently, so I will be back on the Mustang doing some more welding. There you go. That's all I have time for this episode. I do apologise that we're not able to bring you a lot more right now, but as I say, I am quite restricted in what I can do at the moment. If any of you have any suggestions or comments, please leave them in the comment section below. And I hope everyone is staying home and keeping safe. We do have another 3 weeks of lockdown by the looks of it put in place. But there we go. What can we do? Not a lot, really. I hope we can all come out the other side of it healthy, happy, and still able to do business and try and earn some money in life. If not, good luck. And I throw that luck back at myself as well. So there we go. Let's end on that, shall we? So until next time, please ride and drive or walk and wipe safely, but have fun. Bye-bye.